Hi, it's Reap. This is Miskatonic University Craft Club. It's very nice to see you all here today. I am filming late at night again. I apologize. Uh, it's the weekend. We just finished our tabletop game. I do play in a weekly D&D game. That's Dungeons and Dragons, for those of you who don't know. If you've ever watched Stranger Things, it's exactly like that. um, so yeah, we just finished for the night, and I'm just kind of like, chilling out, getting ready for bed. Honestly, I usually don't go to bed quite this early because I work second shift. I sleep late, get up late for work, stay up late. That's kind of my routine. If you've been watching my earlier videos, you'll probably recognize the thing that I'm wearing today. This is the Granny Square sweater vest I was working on in the last video. I am trying it on to show you guys, but I'm thinking I might actually end up frogging it. I did discover um, I had hidden in my closet another cake of the lollipop yarn that I was making this out of. Um, and I don't really like how the vest turned out, so I thought maybe corner to corner like it. Because it's really nice and fluffy, and I think it would make a really good blanket. And I have 3 more cakes in. There's like a mint, white, and gray color, and I thought if I put that together with this one, that would be really pretty. So that's kind of the current thought process. I do still have an undercut, by the way. It's just covered up. Um, it's right there. Grown out of it because it's been a while since I filmed a video. But yeah, this is how long this side of my hair is. So it completely covers that up. Anyway, I'm tired. It's late and it's actually been kind of a long week. Um, not enough sleep. Working hard all week because our best worker was on vacation, which is great. I'm very happy for her. People should get vacations, but it makes it harder for everyone else when she's not there because she's awesome. You know. Anyway, you guys want to see how this sweater vest looks? So, I'll move my chair out of the way so I can actually move around a little bit here. Um, so yeah, it's hitting right here, which isn't super flattering. As I'm sure you have seen, if you have watched my earlier videos, I am not the skinniest. um, okay, it's hitting a little lower now. But yeah, this is not a flattering fit. It's very, it kind of makes me look pregnant, and I'm not. So, I don't know. I think it just ended up being a little bit too boxy, and I just, I don't think I like it. I do think the stripes are cool. I think the shape in general is fine. I just probably don't need to be wearing chunkier yarns on my body until I lose some weight. I just don't like how they look on me. It's probably fine for other people. You know, I'm never gonna tell anyone what they should wear or what they should feel comfortable in. So if someone else put this on and they liked how it fit, that would be perfectly fine. I would be so happy for them. I just don't like it on me. I also think I don't really like how the neck is sitting. It just feels like it's too close to my neck if I'm not like tugging on it. And then if I pull it forward too much, then it just feels like it's pulling on my shoulders. So just overall, the construction could use some work. And I think I'm just going to turn it into a blanket. And that's fine. But that happens sometimes, and there's nothing wrong with that. If you have to deconstruct a project and turn it into something else because it didn't work out, you shouldn't feel bad about that. It's yarn, it's reusable. This stuff frogs really easy, so it's perfectly fine. And now I'm gonna take this off because it's actually quite warm in my room. So, yeah, I will probably be finishing up the blanket then that I started and taking that apart to be a part of it, and then probably using the mint color too We'll see once I've used up all the black and gray. Um, I can kind of decide from there, but I think I'll probably use all of it. This is just one cake of the black and gray in the corner right corner. Using this hook. It's a J hook, a 6mm. Um, so yeah, I think that makes like a really pretty texture. I like how the color changes are working up. It's soft, it's cushy. If I make it with all of that yarn, I think it's going to be great to just toss on the piles of blankets that I already have and just be really nice, or be like a really good living room blanket. I could probably use a new living room blanket because the one I'm using out there right now, it's like a really nice soft blanket, but it's also a really wide open stitch, so it's not super warm. And my living room is always really cold. So yeah, I will probably be finishing that up. I just kind of took a break on it because I wasn't sure if I was going to be taking apart that vest or not. But now that I've tried it on camera and kind of gotten to look at it again, yeah, I'm taking it apart. I'm not happy with how it turned out. And next thing, last time we were here, I showed you a whip that I was working on. It was a moss stitch square using the ice cream yarn. So I finished that. It's like a bigger than a baby blanket, I think. It would be a decent lap gown. I mean, it completely covers my body, like it's past my shoulders and down to my knees. And you can kind of see like how it starts off, lots of color here, and then white stripes, and then stripes get smaller, and then towards the end, it's just like each stitch is a different color, which is pretty. Or alternating colors, I guess. Um, but yeah, I'm really happy with how that turned out. I want to say this is like 2 skeins. It might just be 1. It was made out of scraps, so I can't really tell exactly how much yarn I put into that. But that's what I think. Oh, shoot. Give me 1 second. I also made a cowl since the last time I saw you, and I don't remember quite where I put that. Here we go. This is also scrap from that cardigan that I took apart. It's some of the Red Heart ombre yarn in their gray color. Um, I didn't follow a pattern. I just kind of did this myself. It ended up being a little too big. Put it on. It's like it's too big around. Um, and because it's a really stiff yarn, it just hangs away from your neck and your face a lot. It might be better if I wash it. But I do like it. Like it's the color changes are really pretty. I love ombre. I love gray, so I think it's nice. I've been running it around the house a lot because usually my room and my apartment are both quite chilly. So I wear like my crochet hat that my sister made me and a cowl, and I've been trying to figure out how to make gloves. I'm just really bad at it. I actually, I mean, you can't tell when I'm not comparing them to anything, but like my hands and wrists are very, very small. They're not quite child size. They're not quite regular lady size either. So it's hard. I can't really find a pattern that quite fits, and like I'm okay with a slouchy fingerless glove kind of thing, but I want to use the right yarn for it. I don't want to use a 4 weight. I would prefer like a fingering weight and making decent gloves, right? Because I feel like that's more appropriate for a glove. But also, I don't knit, I crochet, and it just feels like it's harder to find gloves, socks, all that kind of stuff in a nice fingering weight pattern for crochet. I don't know. It's just not really a thing. And as I'm sure you've noticed, I'm not that great yet at figuring out my own patterns. I just have some work to do there, and I think I need to practice making other people's patterns more. and figuring out what really works. So, still working on that. I guess one more thing, there was a Ruana wrap that I was talking about a little while ago. It was like it was mandala. I was doing like the different elements, right? Fire, earth, air, water. Um, and like I said, I tried a couple of different stitches. I tried different configurations. I wasn't happy with anything I was coming up with, so I just kind of tabled it for a while. And I ended up deciding that I'm just gonna make something else entirely. Also, I apologize. I know that I say a lot. I am a very awkward person. I'm not great at speaking. So that happens, and I'm sorry, and I hope it doesn't annoy you too much, but it's probably just gonna keep being a thing. I don't have any public speaking experience. You know, that's just who I am. So sorry. Anyway, I decided to go with like sorry. I've had this idea for a while for like a wrap skirt kind of thing that I want to make, and I feel like that wouldn't be that hard, right? You just make a rectangle that kind of fits around your body and then make a strap that you would use to tie it. And that's basically it, right? That's kind of the idea. The original plan was to do like something down to the knee and then flare it out. I don't think that's going to work with the yarn that I'm using right now because the 4 kicks of mandala is just not going to be. I'm not going to get a long enough rectangle to do that. So it's probably just going to be like maybe a knee length skirt, if that. And that's fine. It's perfectly fine. It's a like a proof of concept kind of thing anyway. If it works, cool. If it doesn't, it would probably make a good shawl or like a blanket maybe. I could always add more to it to make a blanket because I have a lot of mandala cakes still just kind of hanging out in my closet there that I could just add to it. So I can show you that. I'm onto the second colorway on that. So this part here is the Thunderbird, and I have discovered I actually really love how mandala works up when you do longer rows like this, because then you kind of get that like ombre effect from one color to the next. Whereas the way I've kind of been making things before, it's big sections of color, and I just don't think it looks quite as nice. Like I really like the simple, or what it's called, like it's simple cardigan, something like that. From Hearthrug Home. I made that in um, Meowth, the Wandel Meowth colorway in the bonus bundles, and I think that's really pretty. It's got like the big color blocks, and I like it. But I just think the smaller sections actually work better. Um, so that's Thunderbird, and then it's going into what is this one? Brownie. So this is my fire colorway, and Earth. And I need to remember what my other two colorways were. I have them hanging. I have this yarn thing here with the whoops, those red, or that's Mainstays yarn. Mainstays like Halloween colors on top there, which you can't really tell that they're Halloween because the lighting sucks in the middle of the night. Um, but yeah, I have my mandala cakes in there. I just don't remember which shelf or storage area is the mandala cakes I was using for this. I think it's the one on the bottom. But a lot of the colors I have are very similar. So I'll have to figure out exactly which ones it was that I was planning on using. And that's fine. I have a minute before I get to that point. Um, I'm sure you noticed I haven't actually gotten a lot of crocheting done since the last time I recorded a video. I do apologize for that. My roommate and I used to spend a lot of time playing this game called Grim Dawn. It's it's like an ARPG. It's very similar to like a Diablo, if you've ever played Diablo. And there's a mod for it called Reign of Terror, which is basically Diablo 2, but it uses mechanics from Grim Dawn, which involve being able to play two different classes together. So you get both skill trees, and you just kind of figure out how you want to build your classes. And I have been playing way too much of that and not doing as much crocheting lately because I have been very distracted trying to build a really fun class. uh, right now, I'm going with Druid Paladin with like minimal summons, werebear, and a thorns aura. Which, if you actually know anything about Diablo 2, is kind of a terrifying concept. Anyway, I just wanted to give a shout out as well. My friend has started watching these videos. You know who you are. I love you. Thank you so much for being here, for commenting. I will put some thought into crochet tutorials. The problem with that is that I don't know how to make a lot of things. um, Despite the fact that I've been crocheting for such a long time, I'd say I'm probably not that far above a beginner. So, but I really appreciate being here. So thank you for coming and for supporting me. Anyone who's watching, hi, I love you. Thank you so much for being here. Please like, comment, subscribe, all of the things, and I will see you next time. Hopefully, I will be slightly less tired and more organized and have more to show you. I do have a Hobie order on the way, I will say that. Um, I'm not good at keeping my hands still, I apologize. I'm not trying to threaten you with scissors. Uh, um, Hobie came out with their Halloween yarn, and then they put it on sale. So I went ahead and got some while it was on sale. Um, so hopefully next time I am filming a video, I will be able to show that off, and I'll be very excited to do so because by the time I discovered Hobie last year, they were pretty much out of the Halloween yarn. I think all they had was the like Twister 4 packs, and I couldn't really afford them. So it was quite a while from discovering Hobie to actually buying any of their products, which is kind of unfortunate because they have really amazing products. But yeah, I'm very excited to get their Halloween yarns, to try them out. I'm definitely thinking I need to make a Lost Souls shawl with one of them. I did get like one of the twisters, I think maybe 2 Dahlia cakes. Um, I don't remember exactly everything I got, but if you have any preference on what I used to make the Lost Soul shawl, please let me know. Um, you can start thinking about that now. Obviously, you don't know what colors I got, and I don't remember what colors I got, so can't really decide that for sure. But you know, if you want like a twister, or I think I got one twister and like the $2 are the same color. So that's, I guess, I'm doing it again. Um, yeah, just whatever you're thinking. Let me know if you have any suggestions for any of the yarn that I got. I know I got a couple of the Universe Halloween as well, and then I think some sock yarn. Um, I'm sure if anyone here is watching me, they probably know who Alt Knots is because she's like early amazing goth crocheter. That's kind of the person I aspire to be. So if you don't know who she is, you should check her out. She recently put out a pattern for a crochet sock. Um, I am planning on looking into that and maybe experimenting with making some of my own. I do have some sock yarns and like fingering weight yarns that have just been laying around because I don't really know what to do with them because they're beautiful, but what do you do with a fingering weight yarn if you don't knit, right? So I will play around with one of those, I think, try out her pattern, see how that works out, and if it turns out well, I will probably be making myself some nice Halloween socks that I might actually wear on Halloween because I will not be working. I have requested that night off. Don't know what I'm gonna do yet. I'm thinking potentially Halloween clearance shopping would be good because I should have a 4-day weekend, and that would be great. Um, Feel free to tell me about any of your Halloween plans because I am super excited. I'm not doing anything. Like, we'll have a game that weekend, most likely, unless there's a LARP event. Um, both of my roommates and like everyone in my tabletop go to a LARP like one weekend a month. So those weekends, obviously, we don't have a game because one of the people that goes is my DM, so we can't run without him. I think there's like two of us that don't go. Yeah, but we'll probably have a game that weekend, and that would be cool. Last year, I hosted a Halloween party in game on Halloween because it just so happens to fall on that weekend, and that was super fun. That our in-game time lined up with our out-of-game time. At this point, I think we've been playing obviously for nearly a year since then, and we haven't even reached Thanksgiving. So in-game time is very, very different from out-of-game time. Um, but yeah, I'm just rambling at this point. I'm sorry. Uh, Thanks for coming. If you have stayed this long, thank you so much for staying. Please give me any ideas you have for any of the yarn that I have or any yarn companies I should check out. That would be great. Can't guarantee I'll be able to buy anything, but I can at least look at pretty yarn. So nice to see all of you. Thank you. I love you. Goodbye.